What's good, YouTube? Back with another one. Before we get into it, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. But let's get right into it. After a 3-week trial, it only took jurors 4 hours to reach a guilty verdict, as FLIPPA GGG was found guilty of first-degree murder for killing mob enforcer Antonio Fiorda, aka Tony Scratch. Now, Fiorda was considered a trusted insider to the Camisa crime family and was once charged after police seized an AK-47 assault rifle, a pipe bomb, and other explosives. He was once again charged for assault and 2 other times for extortion. Now, during the trial, prosecutors alleged that FLIPPA GGG and YS, who was murdered back on December 23, 2019 in a trap house out in Surrey, BC,
his fans know
just
this
less than 2
Toronto-based
months after
rapper
Fiorda was
as
shot and
YS.
killed.
His family knows him as Keyshawn Brown.
I only deal with the rappers. Wife got short like the Raptors.
But for one shaken South Surrey resident, he is the face of the man who was murdered next door on December 23rd.
You came home. Why did you go over there? Because you saw the door open?
I came home from work at 8:30 and the door was wide open and there was no cars in the driveway, so I phoned them.
The woman says she went into the home looking for her neighbor, but instead saw a young black man dead inside.
I'm very sorry.
Part of it. I don't want. I'm just trying to get the visuals out of my head.
I'm very sorry.
All right.
She ran home and called the man who rents the house. He called police.
There were some friends staying in the house, and it was one of their friends or something. I really.
Oh, so you don't even know the person?
I don't even know the person.
The Integrated Homicide Investigation Team confirmed Friday night that the victim is 18-year-old Keyshawn Brown of Ontario. Investigators believe this was an isolated incident.
Prosecutors told the jurors YS and FLIPPA hunted down Fiorda so they could collect the $60,000 that was placed on his head. However, FLIPPA took the stand and said the prosecution had the wrong man and that during the time of the shooting, he was staying in the downtown Airbnb condo with 4 or 5 other men, including YS and a man he only knew as Big Crow, who he still doesn't know his name. And on the day of the shooting, November 4th, FLIPPA told the jury he felt really sick and slept most of the day after a late night party to celebrate his 29th birthday. At the time, he was on the run in Toronto after violating his parole condition in Alberta, and when he woke up that afternoon, YS and Big Crow returned to the apartment, closed the door, and kept to themselves. FLIPPA told the jury he left them alone and went back to watching Narcos, and that later that evening, YS, a drug dealer who had several burner phones, gave him a spare one to use as he had done on earlier occasions. Police later seized that phone from FLIPPA, where they found many incriminating text messages and videos with FLIPPA and YS celebrating the killing with stacks of cash, allegedly payoff money. Now, FLIPPA acknowledges that he's the man who appears in the video, but he wasn't celebrating, just rapping, and that all the money belongs to YS, not him, and that any firearm he appears to be brandishing were imitation props he found in a recording studio. He's a drill rapper, it's part of his image, and that a lot of guys that rap about that, they don't live that lifestyle. Evidence presented by the prosecutor included the testimony of the 2 undercover OPP officers who were at the scene conducting surveillance in an unrelated organized crime investigation. They provided crucial details about the Ford F-150 the killers used and torch that helped Toronto police to identify the pair. However, the jury heard no evidence as to why YS and FLIPPA were recruited, nor to why Fiorda was a target. Investigators found no connection between the men. Had the OPP not been present to witness the execution, it's possible they would have got away with the murder. Police and prosecutors believe organized crime groups like the Mafia, drug cartels, and the motorcycle gangs are paying young black men to do their dirty work, such as targeted murders and drug shipments. Now, FLIPPA faces a mandatory life sentence. He also has another murder trial coming up in 2023 for the murder of a local Toronto rapper. Now, y'all can let me know your thoughts in the comment section, man. Was FLIPPA set up by YS and Big Crow, or is FLIPPA himself Big Crow, and will his life be in danger when he gets to the pen? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, man. Hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitch, follow the RBN TV for a lot more other content. Link in the description box, you don't know.